Hi, good Wednesday after evening. Sorry, good evening, everyone. Okay, hey, this is being the host of Pink Talk series, and today I have a special guest that is calling in all the way from Thailand.
Hello, everyone.
Hey Zen, okay, yeah. Thanks for taking out your time, and calling in all the way from Thailand, and yeah, taking out your time to talk to us. Okay, all
Your
right.
time as well. Yeah.
So first of all, it's like I just wanted to mention that like I conduct this Pink Talk series every Wednesday, 8 p.m. and I invite speakers from different trades to come along to talk about interesting about what they do. And yeah, so this whole talk is really about connecting businesses and connecting people. And that's why today I'm trying to connect Zen to you guys, about what exactly an interesting project that he is doing, in Thailand. Okay, so Zen, I think first of all, I would like to, formally introduce you first, then after that we can have, you know, kick let the ball rolling by asking you questions, and you can really let the rest know about what your special projects they are doing. Okay, so for Zen wise, yeah, I mean both of us has been working in the semiconductor, and Zen has actually been working in this Bay Area, Silicon Valley in the United States. After his graduation, he spent more than 10 years in the semiconductor industry doing like various roles. Of course,
Mhm.
majority of his time is actually in sales and marketing. So since young, I think Zen's ambition has already been wanted to do as a businessman and owner.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's really great. And he dreamt about like owning, bookstore, supermarket, aquariums, a shopping mall. Wow, and
Daydream.
even like even a game developer. I mean, it's really you need to dream big, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's just so. I think his Zen's entrepreneurs experience really came very early in his life. So he's actually, I think when he was in his primary school, yeah, I mean he was very good at marble. Okay, and he's able to make hundreds of dollars from the marbles. So basically, he would source, all these marbles in town and try to sell them. Wow, I mean, amazing at that kind of age, making money. So during his school time, I think Zen also engaged with a lot of other work-wise and tasks. I think that was actually the reason for him to have exposure to so many industry and businesses. That definitely has been helpful. So I think in 2009, so Zen decided to come out on his own and started with trading and with his existing network of friends and people that he knows, which involve mining exploration projects, land investment, farming, F&B, and many different ventures. Really doing a lot of things. Okay, so Zen himself, met his wife and got married in 2012, and has spent more time in Thailand since then. And he has three lovely kids, right?
Yeah.
And his wife is actually already a property developer then in Thailand, and Zen, of course, would assist his wife on the Thai, real estates
Yeah.
during some of the early projects kind of stuff, which I think Zen can share more later on. So, of course, the special project that they are doing, is actually the Graceland project, which Zen will also be talking a lot later on, which they start totally, really from greenfield, and they have done through a lot of master planning, all this stuff, which now they have quite a lot of commercial, residential, agriculture, lifestyle zones with this international school that is actually with their property projects. So with that, thank you Zen again, and I would leave you to share with them. But of course, the first thing for you to really start the ball rolling, and the question that I really want to ask you is like, I mean, having to work with you as a in a semiconductor many years back, and switching to doing property, that's really a big change. Likewise for
Mm.
myself, right? So yeah, so just let us know with regards to like your inspiration, after you step into this line as a property developer in Thailand, and then
Yeah.
share some of your experience as well so far, that you have done with the audience here.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Bing, for the introduction. So that's quite a long introduction. But thanks,
Yeah,
thanks. Yeah.
no
So I think
problem.
for real estate and property, I think everybody got to deal with it. In fact, every second or say every minute of our life, we are either on a property or in a property, right? So whether it's private or public, so we cannot get away from property. So it's something that
True.
everybody have to deal with. And from very young age, because I was staying overseas, so we have to during the uni days or even when I first started working in the Bay Area, we have to for me I have to rent a place, right? So I enjoy that process. So the process of
Mm,
like searching for property, looking at like showrooms, going into like empty rooms, and then thinking about the possibilities that that place could bring as like, oh, if I'm staying here, what could it be? So it's a very enjoyable process. So that has always been for many years or decades. It's like, hey,
back
property is
of your
fun.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, property is fun, but it's just like went to engineering, so I got to make sure that I got my payback from what the number of years I put in terms of engineering.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, yeah, I think you feel the same way, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Same, same.
yeah. So from there, I think and the good thing is you know for property development, there are a lot of challenges. There's a lot of problems to be solved. So it's kind of like
Mm,
similar to engineering, problem solving. Yeah, a lot of times quite complex
mm,
for developer. So and also for property development, we get to try out many different areas, not just a particular function. So for us, especially as a boutique developer, me and my wife, we almost have to do everything on our own. So from finance, marketing, PR, anything, so everything
uh,
related to the project, from even like architecture, interior design, landscape, everything. So we get to, work on many things.
I
And
can't imagine when she was doing before you actually came into the picture.
uh, she's doing well too. So she's got projects in Chiang Mai and like Prae and other parts of
Mm,
northern Thailand. So I think it was a good fit. So we see this like a piece of land, and then we have a vision on like what the kind of ideal project and how we use the space. So I think
mm,
for property also, it's like if it's done right, development if it's done right, it can impact a lot of people, I think, positively. So like
mm,
families will be living in it, staying on it, communities will be using the space. So if do right, it has a potential to impact a lot of people positively. So I think it kind of ties to, as I just passed 50 years old a couple of months ago, so it start getting more philosophical, right? So I think it ties to the meaning of life, and then
mm,
how we link that with what we do every day, and then when we work or when we live our life, it's like, okay, that I think is what inspired me pretty much.
mm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Really like really setting the meaning behind what you are doing, behind these projects that you're doing. Then I
yeah,
think that would really makes you feel that, yeah, I mean, it's meaningful work that you're doing, and I
yeah,
guess that's really pushing you and your wife, to move on. Yeah,
yeah,
that's great. That's great.
yeah. Okay.
So, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, with regards to the special project that you're doing, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, well, I guess you will be sharing a little bit more with regards to the project, because I guess you got some slides to show. But I think,
Yeah,
yeah, I think with regards to that, I mean, of course, the question is that the projects, that you're this particular project that you're doing, what I think that maybe you can touch a little bit with regards to like what really sets up the difference between yourself for this particular project as compared to maybe other project development in Chiang Mai kind of stuff, And I think that you might also want to share with us at the same time why do you chose Chiang Mai as the location for the projects as well. Yeah, so these two questions, you like to explain more.
I think I will touch on the one that you asked first, like how
You
we
want me
set
to show the
ourselves apart.
slides first at the same time,
No,
or
not yet, not yet. I'll
yeah,
touch briefly, and then I'll go to why Chiang Mai, and then I'll go back to the project details. I think
yeah, sure.
one of the main thing that separate us from other project or other developer is we are staying in this project. So the developer is staying in the project.
Wow. Okay,
So
the developer is staying in the same place where they are developing. Okay.
yeah. So we are like really transparent, right? So people know where our customers know where we live, and then we're not afraid because we're in it together. So we're building a community together, and then our family is here. Our kids grow up here, and then our kids go to the school adjacent to our project. So school community, our residential community is a great experience. So that's what set us apart. And then I'll jump to why Chiang Mai, and then we can go back to the project details.
Yeah.
So why Chiang Mai? I think Thailand is like such a it's like a really nice place. I think a lot of people love Thailand. I think Bangkok is one of the hottest tourist spot, and Thailand hospitality is well known. And Chiang Mai to me is a really really charming place. So if it's Bangkok, like a big city, any other Asian cities, I think Singapore is a pretty well managed city. So if it's a big city, modern city, I think Singapore is pretty comfortable. But the only issue is about space, right? So Singapore is a very small space. So in Chiang Mai, we get space. It's not like a big city like Bangkok. It's not a cosmo city. It's really flat. It's like suburb living. So it's really comfortable. The dollar, your dollar gets stretched a little bit further over here. So cost of living is lower, but quality of living is surprisingly very good. So that is the differentiation, right? So I went to many places before. So I live in the States almost 10 years, and then when I came back to Asia, to Singapore, I get to travel based on my work. When I'm covering Asia Pacific, I get to go to a lot of places. When I'm on my own, when I was doing the mining project, I get to go to Myanmar, southern part, so like virgin forest and all. And then I visited my good friend in Laos, and then I get to travel, within Asia Pacific a lot. So with my experience, and then when I came to Chiang Mai, it's like, this place has like that charm, and then that the kind of a setting that can really calm a person down. So which is why it's a very popular meditation, what do you call that, retreat, for very popular for meditation retreat as well. And it's also a hub for digital nomad, and it's known for arts and culture, and then within the Thailand context, and it's fast becoming an education hub as well. A lot of international schools here. I think a lot of families in the region are moving to Chiang Mai. I can see a lot of Chinese families, American, Koreans, even Singaporeans. So I've met quite a few Singaporean families bringing their kids over, and you get international education. So there's like IB system, British system, American system, German system, the bilingual, trilingual. So there are all kinds of international schools here, and most of them are in Hangdong, where our project is at. So it's the new up and coming like education hub, and the school fees for international schools here, I would say is more affordable than in Bangkok or Singapore for sure. And so families moving here, especially some of the Chinese family, they come here, they like take care of 3 generations in one place, right? So it's like the grandparents can move over with the parents and the kids, and then they can stay in a much bigger house. Chiang Mai has a lot of land, so the state itself is like, I think if I'm not wrong, is 40? Wait a minute. Chiang Mai. Let me search if I can find. It's like 22,000 square kilometers. 22,000 square kilometers, and with only population of 1.8, less than 2 million people.
Wow. But sounds like really a lot of interesting development coming up, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is the international airport in Chiang Mai. Although it's not like huge, but it serves a lot of direct flights to the region. So like to Singapore, there's a flight less than 3 hours, and then 2 hours flight you can go to like Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh, and the big cities in Vietnam, and then about 4 hours you get to go to China. 3 hours you get like Hong Kong, Guangzhou. 4 hours you
Mm.
get Beijing, Shanghai. So these are all direct flights, and then five
Yeah.
hours you get the Seoul and Osaka. So it's
So
like
kind of
it's
like very quite centralized in
yeah,
Asia.
quite yeah, and it's a popular tourist spot, and most people, the tourists come here like it's a different kind of tourism. So it's more like it's good for families, it's good for outdoor activities. Yeah,
Good for
and it's
retirement place.
oh yeah, sure. It's always been one of the top retirement the spots in the world. Uh, in the past, I, when I always heard of retirement, so retirement is like okay, take it slow. Most people will think of retirement as the later stage of the life, and then maybe needing some elderly care as well. Chiang Mai is a good
Mm.
place for that. So it's like you can get maybe more affordable elderly care. It's a place where you can really slow down, enjoy. But we're seeing a different group or different definition of retirement in Chiang Mai, which
Mm.
is something new. It's an active retirement. So people who maybe they're successful earlier in life, or they would just want to change, or they just want to pursue meaningful projects, or doing something meaningful in their life. People from like maybe late 40s, early 50s to like even 70s, still very active, still very healthy. And there's this group of demographic of people who are
Mm.
looking at Chiang Mai as well. Yeah, we see that is a big potential for Chiang Mai.
Wow. Yeah, sounds really, really. Yeah. I guess that's the reason why you're doing this particular project there, right? Yeah. So you
Yeah,
see the
also it's a
real potential that is there.
and also a food hub because there's a strong cafe culture. So there are a lot of like Michelin restaurants, and there are a lot of cafes
Mm.
that are very unique, elaborate, but very affordable. So
Yeah,
you
yeah. I
and
think
that's like
you did mention that
yeah,
previously.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like this, and the hospitality in Thailand is well known, right? But the hospitality
Yeah.
in northern Thailand is like one notch above the other part of Thailand because like
Serious?
the
Wow.
northern Thais are really known to be kind, gentle, yeah, very nice. So it's like if like even driving will it's an experience, right? So you
Well, Zen, you really after all these things that you mentioned, you it makes me feel like you are like living in heaven.
yeah, the downside is like it's pretty hot now, so the summer can be pretty hot, and also
Mm.
like once a year there might be pollution issue, so we take precautions. So a lot of us, like for us, uh in our project, like in our sports center or gym, we have like a reverse airflow, a positive airflow system, and we have all
Mm.
these like filtration system, in the houses. It's not it's optional, but it's yeah, we could help customers with that, and then they can get like almost a zero pollution kind of environment in their house. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So that's the
Because I
only
see that
downside.
your project is also involve some innovation, even sustainability into your project development, right?
Yeah, I think like the other thing is, yeah, me and my wife, we went through like we look at everything that we went experienced before, and then for myself, I've touched on many different industry. I think the last job before I came out was with a engineer materials company, and the company could sell anything on the periodic table as long as it's solid, right? So with that, get to exposure in many different industry, including solar, LED, all kinds, right? All kinds of
Mm.
manufacturing facilities. So we try to put everything that we have experienced before into this into our master plan, and it's like okay,
Mm.
so what can we tap on? So like solar, we have solar installation in our sports center, 45 kilowatt. So some of the houses as a trial, we install like 10 kilowatt for one of a smart home, and then we try out IoT system as well in the house, and we have like
Pretty much
our
smart
yeah
home.
our bigger type of houses. We have uh planning like EV charger. So there's a EV charger, EV ready, because we see like in the future it might be a EV only world.
Do they have
Where
EV cars running on the road already in Chiang Mai?
yes, quite a few brands. BYD is everywhere. There's also, I've seen quite a few Teslas, and there's another company, Neta. There's a Aeon. There's quite a few, and then the price is much better than Singapore for sure. So cars here are like freehold. So we have freehold cars here, right? So it's like in Singapore, there are 10 years leasehold. So the
10 years,
COE is only like 10 years, right? So cars are leasehold, but over here freehold. So
Tell
and
me
to
about
give
it.
you to give you a perspective, right? So like a brand new Suzuki Swift, I mean it's like entry level, right? It's about 21,000 Singapore dollars here, brand new. So a COE can get you maybe 5 of these.
Right. Okay, so Zen, do you like to share on the slides on your project wise?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
then you can like talk a little bit more on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
uh,
Talk about your project. Yeah.
Graceland Family Residence. It's a gated housing community. So in this in this project we have 70 over. Let me see. 70,
If you need to move the slides, you just let me know.
okay, yeah. It's this gated community is sitting on 12 hectares of land. So it's 235 houses on 12 hectares of land. So it's quite spacious. So our entrance, when you enter, you have like 18 meters wide entrance, like the front road.
Very grand entrance.
Yeah, and yeah, 235 houses and all different types. The smallest is like a 3-bedroom. These are all landed houses. So you have your own piece of land, and then it's 2 stories. And we were very what do you call it? We went through when we were first planning this. Then COVID happened, right? So few years of COVID, we kind of like take it slow, but we were very We were sort of, how do you call it? Motivated, because we were sharing our project, and then we end up winning a couple of accolades. I think that kind of like tell us that we are heading in the right direction. So in 2021, during COVID, we got our first award from Fiachi Thai. So for residential project in Thailand, and then in 2022, end of 2022, Property Guru Thailand Property Award awarded us a winner for Chiang Mai Best Residential, and we are also highly commended as a boutique developer in Chiang Mai. So with this view, it really like kind of like tell us that okay, we're on to something here, and then it kind of like motivate us.
You're doing something right, and
Yeah.
definitely it acts as really a motivation for both of you.
Yeah. So yeah, next page. So this is our master plan. The Graceland Family Residences that I mentioned earlier is on the left side, so that darker brown area. So that is the residential portion. So the one on the right is Grace International School. Grace International School is a non-profit international school. So they are owned by a foundation, a non-profit foundation. So they own its own land. They raise money through donations, through sponsorship and all that to build a school. So it's a really nice loving community. So because there are a lot of missionary families there as well. So most of the foreign, I think all of the foreign teachers are like volunteers and missionaries. So they get sponsorship through foundations and other stuff. So our kids are studying there, and it's a great school. So it's one of the best international school in Chiang Mai as well.
Yeah.
So our project is around this school. So we have a common road between us. So and then the top portion is our commercial zone. So that is about 3 hectares. So 3 hectares is like 30,000 square meters, right? So
is that the reason why the place is called Graceland, because of the school voice?
yeah. So when we were doing before the school started School has been in Chiang Mai for 20 over years. It's a very well-known school, and it used to have another old campus. So this is their new campus, which they moved over. They moved over in August 2019, right before COVID. So after they move over for one semester, they have to kind of like, students have to study from home for a couple of years. So that was when we were like, we're doing all the planning before 2019, right? So we know that the school already broke ground was in early 2018. So when they broke ground, we we really, started planning most of our project, like visualize what we want to do, and then we work with the school because we're gonna be neighbors. So and then we both wanted to be good neighbors to each other. So a lot of the things that we do, we think about our neighbor as well, and then and the community beyond us as well. So we have a commercial zone. So we right now in the commercial zone we have a sports center. So we are phase one in the commercial zone. We have a sports center that has a 25 meters by 13 meters saltwater swimming pool. So this swimming pool is a rectangular. It's it's the standard for international schools here. So we right now Grace International is using our pool for their PE lessons and training as well. And we are looking forward to them hosting a competition with other international schools in this space. And in this sports center, we also have a close to 200 square meter gym. It's got cardio, it's got all the strength equipment, all the pinhole equipment, free weights. It just started, I think, early this year. And also we have a cafe called In the Midst. It's the cafe we partner with Exco Book House. It's also a non-profit that provide Christian literature free to our community and beyond. They just ask for donation of any amount if you were to take any of the books. So they're like, some of the books are like really great. It's like you got Bibles, you got like Christian literature, and also some novels as well. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's quite a lot of things going on. And then at the back we have like company Neta Tech from Singapore, who's running a farm over there. So it's farm without using any pesticide. The vegetables are actually shipped back to Singapore. So you'll see them under the brand Neta Fresh, Neta Farm in cold storage and selected cold storage and some NTUC. So they're quite close to NTUC.
Well, you do have some good collaboration, but I'm sure you're looking for more as well.
Oh yeah, in our, because we're looking at it, it's like we call it Graceland Family Residences, right? So we think that anything to do with the family, and then we have an international school next to us. So we're very excited when Nidata came in with a no pesticide kind of like food, because it's safe food. It's like safe food for our community, safe food for everyone. And also in the sports center, we're looking at like activities for families. So it's kind of like a community center concept for Singapore. So it's like we're thinking using the commercial space, like how do we kind of like add in all the amenities and the functions of a community center to bring people together. So it's like kids after school and spend time here rather than spending time playing computer games or doing something else. Right?
So you're using Singapore's experience to bring over there as well.
Anything that works, right? Anything that is good. So in the commercial space, we also see we have vision like right now that it could be like wellness hub as well. It could be called CSR hub, because quite a lot of organization, church, companies are doing CSR project in northern Thailand, because it's near the borders of so many different Southeast Asian countries. There are a lot of like impoverished villages around the borders, some of the hill tribes and all that. So there's quite a lot of initiative in this area. We see opportunity to kind of like be a hub to consolidate a lot of these good works. So praying for that is one of the, and then also we see potential for a center for special needs, specifically autism and ADHD. We think that these are areas that that is getting more and more prevalent in our society, and two areas that can address this autism and ADHD is like early intervention and also life skills. So we are reaching out and talking to people in this space.
Okay. Yeah,
There's many
nice.
things that we can do in this area.
So actually, all these various things that you are talking about or you are thinking about setting up is like so it's not just restricting to residents staying in your area, or it's like it's also
no, no,
open
no.
up to
Yeah, it's open up. So the residential is gated on its own, but the commercial area is public.
with
So
public.
it's like,
Oh,
yeah, so it's like it's for serving the bigger,
okay, yeah.
community and
That's
region.
that's nice. I mean, the residents will have their own, still have their enjoy their privacy, but at the same time, the commercial portion would be, giving up opportunities to people that is staying around Chiang Mai, your area, to
Yeah,
benefit from whatever that you are building. Yeah.
we find that because it's different from like condo projects in Singapore. I think the MCST in Singapore can be quite powerful because people can pay the maintenance, right? So higher maintenance, the MCST will get more budget to play with. But a lot of projects in Thailand, I think the maintenance fees are kind of low. So we have experienced before. So it's kind of hard with a lower maintenance fee to provide too many amenities. So one way is to have the amenities near the project but not belong to the project, so that public could access, and then the easier to, there'll be budget to maintain it, and then provide better service, and residents can get like discounted services and amenities.
Understand.
So I
Yeah,
think it
makes
works
sense.
for win-win in that situation.
Yeah. But great things on your thoughts, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. This one
yeah,
is
next page. So this is like kind of like
uh,
not updated, but you can see like this is where we are, the school, our residence zone, our community village, which is our commercial zone, and then the farm and food tech zone at the back.
yeah.
So we also have vision for food tech. Yeah. So yeah, this is our master plan.
2D plan. Okay.
Yeah. And this is showing our customers like we are quite accessible. So from Chiang Mai airport, about less than 20 km, about 17 km straight from the airport on Hang Dong Road, you will reach us. And along the way, you get all the amenities. So it's suburb living. So we have Macro, which is like a wholesale place. Yeah, and then you got all your restaurant tourists, like night safari and things on the left side, and along the way you got all your McDonald's, KFC, all your premium outlet, stuff like that.
I mean, it's not very far from airport. Sounds like in a very strategic location.
Yeah, to Chiang Mai is not considered like very central, but it's because Chiang Mai itself is not like other big cities, so it's okay to be not staying in the center near the airport, where it's like a tourist zone. So most of the hotels and tourists will be staying there, but people who are staying longer in Chiang Mai, who really live in Chiang Mai, will be at the suburb. So will be within a 20 km kind of a space around the city center, around the airport. So we're on the south side, which is the district called Hang Dong. That is a lot of expats are in this area. So a lot of international schools, and a lot of amenities. So this is our phase one. We already completed our phase one. It's 59 houses. So we have this 4 type plus a special villa type in phase one.
I think it's probably a bit small for them to see, but you can feel that it's very nicely.
Yeah, so it's the house. Give you a perspective. The sizes of the house. The smallest one is about 169 square meters, built up to the type A. There is about 300 square meters built up, and the villa is close to 400, I think, square meters. So and also price wise is like starting from 150,000 Sing only, and that's you get land, you get a house, and then you get garden. Like
so the
front
next question will be
area.
like how I mean, it's like the from investment point of view, it's like is there like a how's the thing like for foreigners to to buy a property there kind of stuff?
Yeah, that is for landed property is still kind of difficult for foreigners because there's a lot of restriction. We see
But it's
that
still possible, right? Or
we wouldn't encourage it like this way. There are other ways to invest. Our target primarily Thai buyers. So foreigners, we are hoping that the current PM, who is a developer himself, he's a co-founder of Sensory, one of the biggest property developer in Thailand, that he'll see like that gated housing community is very similar to condo actually. Because it's you have a jurisdiction, you have common space, the roads and the gardens and stuff that are shared, and if they could somehow allow 49% of the gated community to be sold to foreigners, there'll be a big boom in Thailand. I think this is like a really low hanging fruit for the economy. So
I would.
yeah,
True.
yeah. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Next
depends
page.
on the politics and in government laws kind of thing. Yeah, but maybe you will come. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
So
is
this is
another picture.
some pictures of our phase one, which is
Mm.
already done. So yeah, it's the great thing about community is like in the afternoon, like the school closes at about 3:15, so they get off school. Students get off school at 3+. So at 4+, you see kids playing on the road. People going around pressing a doorbell and then coming out. It's a very nice experience.
Yeah, it's very nice, right? I mean, the even nicer to really to know that like the developer himself is staying in the community as well. Really that's kind of like really makes me feel the differences. Yeah.
Yeah, so we try to know everyone in there. So this is our phase two we are working on right now. It's
Okay.
made more progress than the picture now, so it's quite fast. So this one
So
will
when is
be
phase two is projected like a completion date?
the show houses will be done sometime in June. So we will kind of like we will launch it in June. So when the show houses are done. So there are 3 housing types in this one. Yeah.
So all in all, like how many phases will there be in terms
We
of this
have 5 phases. So
5 phases?
total of
Okay.
235 houses. So each phase, like phase one is 59 houses, phase two is 42 houses. So altogether 5 phases.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
what?
this
This
is
is
about our sports center. So just our vision and the 3 areas of focus that we want the sports center to provide, like joy for the family, health and well-being, and then also serve the community. Yeah. And you get this is
I think it's a swimming pool that you're talking about.
this is the sports center, phase one of the sports center right now. So we got the gym, we got the swimming pool, we have the cafe, we have meeting rooms. We are extending the balcony. Massage will come in pretty soon, and then also likely a library. And we are also looking for locally. We are reaching out to retail local people to come and join us to grow the community. So one area that we see a potential in the school itself has like almost 600 students, almost 600, I'll say, maybe estimate 600, and there are like more than 500 families, I assume. And then we see I'm in their community page and all that, so I see a lot of activities, a lot of home businesses as well. So we are reaching out and then hoping that they can use the space more. One idea I have is like they could conduct their business through us, because everybody comes to the school. So instead of going to each other's house to pick up items when they're selling from their home, we could be a place where they hand off, or somebody could we have retail spaces, they could rent one and then do something like an inbox type, in like Singapore Mall, where all the families can showcase their products. So we have like many ideas, and but we can't do everything ourselves. So we are always reaching out for like, hey,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
people who are
So
interested.
Zane, anyway, since you are talking about this, right, and we are on this
Yeah,
area whereby you are looking still, I mean, you have your own, you have a lot of ideas that is up on your sleeve, and then you are still looking up for like partners or
yeah,
or people to work with, collaborators, kind of stuff. But of course, I mean, for me, it's like we are in Singapore, I guess. I mean, what areas or what any collaborators or people that like in Singapore that you think that like you want to reach out to, in terms of like complement or work together with you for this Thailand project wise.
yeah. I think if they've never been to Chiang Mai, I would like invite them to come over, have experience it, and if not, based on their passion and expertise, right, or areas where they are I'll say areas where they're passionate about, or areas where they have know-how. So, and that could impact like communities, families, or wider region. I think we can discuss, because we have this community here, and it's fairly unique. We already have a sort of a captive crowd from the school, from our residents, and then whichever small businesses or businesses that come in here can tap on this demographic and then grow beyond that. So I will reach out to like maybe people in the education space,
People in
like
the educational space. Okay.
enrichment. Like the current Grace International School offer classes from like kindergarten 3, which is like 5 years old, to high school, which is 18 years old. It's equivalent to our JC. So students who graduate from the school go straight to American universities. So, but they don't have program for the less than 5 years old. So I see like there's a gap there, like somebody for nursery, for preschool, and then also like I mentioned before, special needs, and also people who can maybe run using this area as a base, and then these days, like that's why it is also a hub for digital nomad, right? I think people are more mobile. It doesn't have to be restricted in
Or
any
maybe
area.
anybody who might have some interesting ideas that that they think that can complement whatever the community that you have there, or matches with the concept that you are looking at, kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, like or
Anybody.
someone who just like doing something that they're passionate about, like we have a gym now, we don't have trainers. If somebody is like who knows how to run a gym, if
Oh,
you
okay.
go
Okay.
somewhere,
Okay,
so
I
things
do
like that.
I do have a trainer. I'm not sure whether he wants to go fly to Thailand.
Yeah, and like, or even like F&B, we still have, I think, commercial space. If it's a unique concept, farm to table, whatever. There's many ideas that if somebody is like interested to explore, it's like,
You're still very open to various
oh yeah, yeah,
ideas.
we're open to. We have land around here, right? So we are also open to like JV, where somebody can try with relatively low cost. Like if we have space in our sports center, we still have some available spaces, so they can try out something really almost costing them very minimal, because we, for businesses that come in, we give like really good partnership, what do you call that, condition. And if they do well, then we do well together. If not, it's relatively low risk to start.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean that's very good to hear. Okay,
yeah,
so I think whoever that is that is hearing this video or came across this, are interested to into like a venture in Thailand, Zen is definitely one person that you should reach out to talk to, and then like explore the possibility of having your venture, your business to set up there, and then of course to benefit Zen's community there in Chiang Mai
and beyond, not just our community.
and
So
beyond. And beyond.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's that is a something that is, which I call like a fruitful living, right? Because it's like I one I heard it somewhere where the meaning of life is in to make contributions. So it's like if we're able to make contribution, we feel, yeah, there's fulfillment in our life. So I think that along that line, the Chiang Mai is a good place for pursuing like meaningful projects. It's this place you slow down and then you start to think clear, and then you can see
Okay. Yeah.
what's more
You
important.
have a good heart. You have a good heart, Zen. Okay, so this one is just
These
some
are some of our videos on YouTube. Yeah, and this is the award from Property Guru.
okay. Okay. So that's about for the slides. I think yeah, I guess very good some good ideas with regards to the project that you have done. Yeah.
Yeah,
In very heartwarming to hear the the meaningful message that you want to bring across with regards to the project, but at the
yeah,
same time, sharing with us on I mean the property development in Thailand, all the things that's happening. Yeah, I'm quite sure that would really interest a lot of people thinking about like exploring, Chiang Mai,
yeah,
both I guess not both in a sense of either leaving for personal or maybe for investments or business kind of opportunity, I
Yeah,
guess.
and if some for foreigners, I think one of the you could always buy a condominiums as long as 49% of foreigners can buy up to 49% of the units in a particular condo project. So there's that minority rule, right? But the
Okay.
other way will be to find a good Thai partner and really be the minority uh, partner in a project, and then that's the legal way to go. Yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah.
So yeah, so I think Zen, I guess we have not much time now, but
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
yeah, I want to leave the last few seconds, for whatever that you have shared, earlier on the projects and your overall experience and outlook with regards to Thailand properties and all the various things that is there. Any things that you would like to do a final shout out, to our audience, on your thoughts on property or anything else? Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone I think is like ever in Chiang Mai, I mean, feel free to look me up. Yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah, and also yeah, thanks, Ping. Thank you for your time. Yeah,
No
I
problem.
think,
So
yeah.
I think anyone, I mean, anyway, after the whole session, I would be sharing uh maybe a channel for people to reach out to Zen, or otherwise, if you are keen to link up with Zen, you can always look for me. Then I would definitely connect you with Zen to explore all the various opportunities in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And I have to visit there one day myself as well.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so
Okay,
yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's all. I think thanks again, Zen, for spending the 45 minutes with me, calling all the way from Thailand, Chiang Mai. And yeah, so best wishes to you, your wife, and your kids. And
okay,
I guess I will see you soon back in Singapore.
okay. Thank you, Ping.
Okay.
All
So
right,
thanks
bye.
everyone. I will see you
Thank you.
guys in next week's Pink Talk series again. And
Thank
ciao
you
and
all.
have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye.